Welcome back to Counting Stitches Knitting and Crochet podcast. This is episode 23. My name is Bianca, I'm from the Netherlands. I knit, I crochet, I do some other stuff. So yeah, you can find me on Ravelry as Bianca SCH, on Instagram as Jeopardize with an H after the J. And today I have some finished objects. I have some new cast-ons. I'm a little bit out of breath because asthma is a thing. So let's get into it. So this is my first episode of the year. I tried first week of January and my house was too dark. It's still a little gloomy today, but I'm hoping I have enough light. It seems okay when I look at it like this. So I did post quite a long video in between about the Harry Potter challenge, which I have two finished objects for right here, and one is at my friend's house, so you can't see it, but you can see it in that video. So yeah, I'll start with this. I can't remember if I talked about this in December. I think I did, not sure. So this is the yarn I got in Dordrecht with my friend. I know for sure we added a pom-pom end of December, so that is new. This is Kiesgarn Schwarzwälder Kirsch, and the pattern is S-Space Tricot with Delphine, pretty girl. Nice easy cable. I had a lot of fun with this. The yarn is so squishy. I used a 3.5mm needle. No issues at all, except for my cat eating the yarn. Was fun. So yeah. And I finished this after I finished my friend's sweater in December. So I might have not talked about it because I didn't do December. Not sure. My friend's sweater was, of course, the Hufflepuff sweater, which I used a combination of patterns from Harry Potter knitting for the letter and Tincan Net's free Flax sweater pattern, which you can customize. So I had top down, ribbing first, short rows, long sleeves. After that I duplicate stitched the letter on, and I got another free pattern from someone, I can't remember, but the pattern is free on Ravelry. I will put it down if I find it. And I put a little badger on the back of her neck with the intention of do the same. Kitty. Hi kitty. With my sweater, once I got there, I did finish my sweater as well, so go grab that one. This is also Tincan knits, just heavily modified because they don't do a v-neck. I wanted a v-neck, so yeah, I got that. Also shortened the sleeves for mine because my ass is clumsy and I don't want to get caught on anything and everything. So this is for me, this is a long sleeve. I usually tend to make my sleeves like right about there on the where my watch is. So I did not add a eagle on the back of my sweater. No short row shaping by the way on this one because v-neck doesn't need that, because it looked like a duck that's been on the road for a couple of days. I did not enjoy it. So thinking about doing something else. I haven't gotten to it yet, but I have worn the sweater and I like it. Yarn is Let Lopi. I used a 4mm needle for the cuffs, a 5mm for the sweater, both of the sweaters. So it's just copy pasta and go. Yeah, I like it. And the reason my letter is gray instead of bronze, I did not like the browns. I really did not. I go on a tangent, a bit of a tangent, in the other video. So if you're interested in having me go on a tangent, you may go there. But yeah, I will also put the link to that video downstairs as well. Downstairs. But should be fine. After that, I tested something for a friend. And she just released a pattern on Reverie, which I will put down as well. It's a scarf. And it says, quarantine. Do not cross. So yeah. We will call this, in Dutch we will call this das. Because it is technically not long enough to actually wear as a scarf. And a das, you will just fold like that. And you will put your coat over it. So, but I like it. Very customizable pattern, easy to follow. I used scheepjes, Brussels, and some leftover Ede scheepjes color crafter, and a 3mm crochet hook. Finished this in a couple of days. Not too bad. And like I said, Holly just released the pattern, so you can check that. I will put a link down for people who want to make a crime scene tape. We're not done yet with the finished objects. So yeah, are you eyeballing that one yet? It will be last. So there we go. I'll put everything on a stack. After that, I made, with some more leftover scheepjes, Ede, a crochet hat. So yeah, crochet is slowly making its way back into the repertoire after just knitting for quite some time actually. I made a messy bun hat. I had my locks in and we had snow. I wanted a hat, and this is very comfy. Squishy, comfy. The pattern is a free pattern from YouTube by Anastasia. So easy to follow, easy to adapt. Boop. Yeah, enjoyed this. Good fun. Nice easy project. Finished this in an evening, so there you go. Used a 4.5mm hook for it. Onto that one. Let's do this. This is my friend's Hufflepuff hat. I will count this as a whip because all my knitting is done. I just need to add the pom-pom and I have it ready. So it will be there. This is again Let Lopi. These are the same. This is the same yarn as I used for her sweater actually. There you go. I Frankensteined a pattern together in Harry Potter knitting. Let me grab the book. I just put something on top of it. I think it's the first one. We might need to check 2 books. I have all the Harry Potter books. And I do go into more details on this project as well in another part of the Harry Potter challenge. So right now, the challenge is for me to see how many Harry Potter related items I can make before I go to the Harry Potter Studios in April. Right now the counter is on 3. 2 sweaters and a hat, and I will keep going. I just need to finish some stuff first and then I can go on. So I Frankensteined this together. This is the Chamber of Secrets hat. I only used the ribbing part because I don't have enough yarn for the big part of the black van, and I don't want to buy any more yarn because I'm still on a yarn ban. So I Frankensteined a pattern together. The bottom is the Chamber of Secrets rib. The top part is Espèce Tricot Belleville. And I just copy pasted the hat. So this one is a little bit bigger than the Tincan hat, but I enjoy it. And with a pom-pom on top, it's gonna be very cute. There you go. look like a cone head now, but hey, it will go down further once it's relaxed. So yeah, quite enjoy this one. It's nice. I casted this on during my catching up on the Harry Potter challenge part 1, and I finished, so that was on, I think it was a Monday. Yeah, it was Monday, and I finished this on Wednesday. So enjoy this, easy, quick. I will make another one in my own color, so I can wear that and match, go matchy with her. I have some yarn left. So next on the agenda are, for my friend, fingerless mittens, and after that, I think I'll just check some stuff out. The Americans haven't booked a flight yet, so I'm sure it'll work out, but I feel a little bit hesitant on starting their hats, not being sure if they will come. Because what am I gonna do with 2 more Hufflepuff hats? Am I gonna stand in the Harry Potter studios while Hufflepuff? So please come collect this. I need to get rid of it. Like my mom is a Hufflepuff, but she's not a head wearer. Oh yeah, not sure. My red. Hello, my kitty. You good? Yeah. Just park your butt. Nobody wants to see your butthole. So, let's carry on. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 new cast-ons that I'm gonna show. I have 2 more that I am not gonna show because it's basically just that big. I'll show that on the next one. Oh, and I have one progressed. So let's start with the progress one. You've seen this one before. It's been a while. I work on this one with breaks because it's a big one. It is my stocking. This is my 1903 pattern stocking, which I turned upside down because I had issues with the leg. I had issues with the foot. So this is my first toe up foot. This is also the neatest toe you will ever see on my part because I hate the kitchen stitch. So yeah, I have a foot, I have a heel, I have a leg. I am now increasing for set leg because I have cankles. I don't have calves, I don't have ankles, I have cankles. So I need space. Now this looks pretty small, but it will stretch a lot. And as I am increasing, which you can see on this bit here, I started increasing every 10th row, and then now I am on every 5th row with the intention of putting my stocking on other needles. Because if I'm like, oh, I want to see how much it stretches, I will just pull off stitches. I'm not into that. Yeah, this is Long Yarn's stock yarn. These are 2 or 3 of their long turd looking thingies in one, because this is a frocked one. I have been working on and off on this one for about a year and a half. I don't work on socks a lot, I will be honest. I like how they wear, I like how they feel. I do not quite enjoy making them. And when I'm working on them and it has some fun color changing thing, yeah, sign me up. But when it is just this, because I wanted to fit my 1903 costume, I get bored. And the 2x2 rib doesn't help. It just slows you down a lot. So yeah, it is turning out pretty. I just need to remind myself when I do another one, if I can still remember how I did everything here, that I do the increases on the other side so they end up on the inside of the leg both. I have like that much left to do because I want them around knee height, maybe even a little higher, so I can very historically accurate, put some jatels. I don't know the English word for that one. You clip them on and there they go around your waist. They have strings down. You just clip them on. So yeah, I'm not saying this is gonna get finished this year, but I made like 2 or 3 increases, like about that much of progress between December and now. So there's that. I would not pick gray yarn again to work with. It's not my thing. So, and while we're on socks, I had knitted 1 sock. My friend was, well, you can knit socks now. Let me buy you a humongous bag of sock yarn. And it's been in my bedroom for, well, if I finish this year, it's gonna be 3 years. So yeah, at some point you need to start doing the thing. So I cast on a sock for her. Now, for someone who does not wear pink, who really dislikes pink and refuses to wear it, she picked a good yarn. Yeah, ribbing is on at 2.5. I have some lettering, but I think I can block it out. If I just put some tension on it, it will just right on disappear, so it should be fine. Ribbing on a 2.5 millimeter needle. Rest of the sock on a 2.75 because my first try out was too small. Between knitting my first pair of socks ever and these, my tension changed. So despite just replicating the thing, because her and my feet are basically the same size, yeah, it won't work like that anymore. So yeah, changing it up, I just wind it back up. This is half of a ball of, I think it's Regia. I'm not sure. I don't have a ball anymore for this one. But yeah. Oh, I forgot a new project. I will grab that later. I do need to grab a pattern for that one as well. So I started on the sock, and this is now my travel project. So I went to a beer tasting Saturday, and I brought it. It's just me and some guys, you know, like my little brother was there, and my uncle, a couple of friends to play games with. So yeah, I brought it, and we were just drinking beer, chatting, and I was doing some knitting. And then afterwards we went for a snack. I also did some knitting there. I have 0 reservations on knitting in public. I'm going to put that. We're not there yet. Yeah. That's the downside of skipping a month. You have a lot of stuff. Because I have a lot of time. Another thing I finished are some toesies for my dad who broke his foot. So I just took the 1 hour slipper pattern, blew that up a little bit so it could fit over the toes of his cast. He's pretty happy with it. Doctors found it absolutely hilarious, but very nifty. It works. If it works, it works. It's fine. I have enough yarn to do stupid stuff like that, so yeah. And next one is, this was my test for the ribbing of the Hufflepuff hat. This is the Chamber of Secrets hat, which I am going to make as the Chamber of Secrets. So this is some Mevrouw Lanterfant, which was a store local to me that closed its doors a while back. I still have this yarn. It is not 100% okay anymore. There is a lot of when I'm knitting with it, I just pull it apart. So there are a lot of knots on the inside of this hat. There, there, there. Which is annoying, but it is what it is. I will still use the yarn. It's a waste to throw it out, so I will just put a knot and very young. And even if you put some tension, because there are 2 knots there, if you put tension on it, it won't be noticed, so it's fine. And these are my Chow swivels, which is a 3mm, which I also used for my kiesgarten Zwartvaderkirsch hat. I bought the nails in Dordrecht, so I'm using some leftover kiesgarten and Mevrouw Lanterfont, which I do not have colorway for because I think it was, excuse me, just a number. So long-tailed cast on, then do the rib. I am now on the very first row of the color work, so I'm getting there. The hat is a little bit small. I fit. Yeah, it's snug. Maybe with some blocking it'll turn out good, but it's a little bit snug. And I just showed you the pattern book. I'm not going to do that again because I'm not that much of a repeater. And I am looking kind of scruffy. I know, it's fine. This is my Flax. And I accidentally put that in the dryer. And it's made of acrylic, so yeah. I am blocking it out. It is getting better because it was all twisty-turny. It still is a little bit, but I am slowly getting it back into shape with each new wash. And it's still comfy. Who cares? I will stay wear it. It's just an acrylic sweater. For the next one, I need to grab a pattern that I forgot, and while I'm at it, I also will grab a new project. That will be a very long, very long process, but hey, I'm here for it. And I will update it every now and then. So, just pulling my sock up. There we go. And I'm back. I just kicked the stand. I've mentioned this before. I collect old magazines related to knitting. I do like this one. I want to make this one, but ow. I need to finish some stuff first. This is Jacqueline. And this edition of Jacqueline is from February, I think. Yes, February 1984. Let me put that there. There you go. February 1984. And these have really young versions of actors, and some are international, some are not, and some are young enough here that I actually needed my dad to tell me who's who. So this lady here is now well on into her 60s. This is a Dutch girl, she's Patty Bart. But yeah, I also found Gordon Thompson, but the sweater he's wearing I found more interesting. It's a good cable. I do like some good cabling. So I decided I wanted to make this for my dad. Dad always said if I were to make him a sweater, he would wear it. So. And Dad's favorite color is red. Not this bright red. He likes more of a like a darker muted red. But yeah, so I have some yarn from Stash because the Stash is real. and I am modifying this pattern to be worked in the round. My dad isn't a massive person, but he likes to be a little roomy in his sweater, so I am modifying it to be worked in the round. Well, if you look at me, I will barely fit in it. Dad and me, we're the same size, so should be fine. I just looked at the pattern, made it double the stitches for front and the back, took out 2 on either side for seaming, because you would seam a pattern, so that would give you, if you don't, it would give you extra centimeters. I took that out. I also altered the ribbing, because the ribbing is done on a 4mm. This is a pretty sturdy fabric. And I had to do like 7 centimeters, which is like 3.5 or 4 inches, something like that. And I was not up for that. My hands are not enjoying it. After that, you switch to officially a 7mm. I don't have a 7mm needle. I took on a 6.5. There you go. These are fixed needles. Like I said, I do most stuff on 1 length of wire, because I cannot be bothered to switch everything and anything every time I need some more space. I am now working up the length of the body. My intention is to go about, well, if I take it like this, that high. After that, I will be making sleeves first, because this pattern does not decrease for the armholes. It has just set-in sleeves on the side. So in order to make sure that the sleeves fit, I will make the sleeves first, measure the sleeves, and then carry on from there. I am holding a acrylic double to make some good chunky fabric. I had it caked, the cake exploded, I balled it up, and now I have stuff left. It'll work out. I'm not too bothered. Working on this, I can do about 1 row before my hands are like, yeah, we don't like chunky needles. Yeah, I know, but sometimes we need to do stuff. So it's a slow progress. Dad's birthday is in April 18th. There. So I have a little while to go. Should be fine. And if it's a little later, it's fine too, because no one's gonna wear a sweater like this in summer. And it's nostalgic as well, because Grandma would used to make stuff like this. A couple of years ago, I got one from my uncle that my grandma had made. And unfortunately there was a porthole in it, so I couldn't wear it. But yeah, so because Grandma had died 20 years ago. I was quite young then, so to see something she made was just awesome. I also want to make this, but I'm a plus size lady, so that's gonna require me doing math 1 times ahead. Because yeah, I'm not that good with the moth thing. It will happen when it will happen. I have a lot of these old magazines, and you buy them, you collect them, you're like, oh, then do nothing with them. So my intention is to do something with them this year. And yeah, this is our good point to start. My tea smells funny. So yeah, onto a crochet pattern, which is a test actually. I don't do a lot of crochet testing anymore, not sure why, but yeah, I saw this on Instagram. There was a designer asking for testers. She's a gothic designer. Her name is lunarstill/gothic on Instagram. She was asking for testers for her skull top. Well, rather short deadline, but it's crochet, so that's fine. And there is also a skull on the sleeve, which I am currently working on. There's my working yarn. I'm just let me fix my stitch because I pulled it. Whoops. Okay, the fluff just disappeared underneath the couch. I will get that when I will get it. Yeah, I am using some cotton from Stash, which is some Florida, which from a Dutch company called Holland BV. It's a moisturized cotton in a very warm orange. It is more like a golden orange, but compared to my wall, it will look bright orange. And I bought this at a thrift store. There are some of these squishy things in there. I have a lot. I intend to use a lot, so should be okay. I have at this point 2 days left to finish it. Deadline itself was like 10 days, something around those guesstimations. Either way short. When I applied, I knew it was going to be a short test. I did not anticipate the designer having issues and getting the pattern later than she had planned, which made the deadline really short. But like I said, it's crochet, so it's just a you need to get through the skulls, and the skulls aren't that difficult. I wasn't that worried. I'm still not that worried. It's a mesh pattern. I am using a 3mm hook, and I am on the first sleeve about elbow height at this point. Now I would love another skull on the arm, like somewhere lower down, but I am not going to have the length for it. If I do another repeat of the skull, it's going to end at my knuckles. So I will do one repeat, and it will look very awesome on my upper upper arm. So yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's a made to measure pattern, so it does require you to have some knowledge of what you're doing, or be adventurous and able to read very good, because this pattern has no sizing. She will give you the basic, and then she will tell you what to do. She will tell you to measure yourself. You need to measure from shoulder to shoulder, and depending on how wide your shoulders are, you will cost on the amount of stitches. She will tell you that the minimum of stitches you will need for the top. So I will never reach a minimum of anything. Like, no, I'm a plus size lady, so that means that I am used to casting on a lot of stitches. With this one, it wasn't that bad. I was just over 100 stitches. I usually make an extra large. The thing that did get me was the length of the top. Originally, you do one repeat of the skulls. That did not cover my lady area, which is kind of a thing. Even when I'm wearing something underneath it, I would like a minimum coverage of like right there. I can wear a sweater underneath, I can wear a tank top underneath, that's fine, but I do not want the top to end up like here. It won't look correct, it will look weird. So there's something to take into account there. But like I said, the top is made to measure. You can do as many repeats as you want. So that would mean if you want to make this into a dress, which it could easily be, and you are wider in your hip area, just measure your hip area or increase to your hip area width. You can do so much with just the basics of this top. The increases are of the repeats, not increases, because you don't do increases, sorry, are very well explained. I did the front in like a day and a half, and I miscounted somewhere, so I had to rip back. For reference, right? Because I just finished that round. If I had done one repeat of the skull, let me see if I can get it to, that would have been it. Now my nipples are here. So, and even you won't have this. You would just have there, and it would need to get a little higher because my shoulders are higher there. Yeah. That's a little short for me. I wouldn't call myself a typical goth. I am more of a alternative. I just wear what I like when I feel like it. I will wear this with a top on it, underneath it. I can even wear this with a long sleeve. I have to repeat, so shoulders would be there, which means, let me just, there we go. I have two repeats. Now my nipples are here, so about just well, waist length, I think. So it's very easily customizable. It's an easy make, and you can just change whatever you want. You do need to keep in mind that if you do make this pattern into a dress, you need a certain amount of repeats. Like I said, it's made to measure, but she will give you the basic numbers you need. So if you were to increase, you need to increase the amount you need for a skull. Not that hard. If you want to make that easier yourself, just go from the widest part of your body. You might have some room here, but for a throw over dress, that's fine. Like, I am enjoying this. I would certainly make this again in another color. I would even make this in black. I would love this in white on a black shirt. Yeah, I am enjoying it. It is not a very complicated pattern, so up to now, yay. And I didn't use that much yarn yet. I'm on my 5th ball, so if this one is in 500 meters, which is like 550 yards or something like that, or something or less. I always forget if yards go up or down, but Google is your friend. 500 meters. I think I'm gonna use another one for the other sleeve, so around 600 meters for an entire top. That's not too shabby. And it's cotton, so yay. It will be fine. It'll work out. Let me finish this round, and then I'm gonna show you my long-term project, because, well, I have a lot of sock yarn. And I will lead into it, this one, because yeah, I have a lot of sock yarn, and somehow I always keep ending up with these little tiny amounts that I can't do anything with. Well, you can't make another sock with it like that. So I made my mom World War II pattern socks. I made my dad some socks, and I have yarn left over from my mom has smaller feet, so I have a little more yarn left. I might be able to make booty socks. I say might, because I might need to add another color. But my dad's socks, I had yarn left over. I will have yarn left over for my friend's sock as well. 1 and 1. I need a project for that, and I know people make scrap balls and then make blankets. I'm not a blanket maker. I really am not. Like the big thing in your lap, it's fun for a little bit, and then it gets So I figured I needed something else. I wasn't sure what, so it was just sitting in a bag, waiting for me to find the right project. Because despite me having a lot of yarn, and I mean a lot of yarn, like my mom gave her entire stash to me, so I could turn 50 and not having to buy yarn, probably. I don't want to throw out good yarn. Oh, hell, I won't even throw out bad yarn. So I felt like I needed to do something with that. And I watch Retro Claude. For anyone not familiar, Retro Claude used to do vintage sewing. She can't sew anymore, but she does knitting and crochet projects as well. I was there more for her knitting and her crochet than a sewing project, so for me there are no changes. And she was working on a beekeepers quilt. I forgot from who it was, but beekeepers quilt. Tea's cold as well now. So I figured that would be a good project. You can just put them in a bin, and once you're ready, attach them together. So I got the yarn I got left from my dad's socks, and I bought the pattern. It's paid pattern, and you can really see I am not that good at the Kitchener stitch. Why am I not that good at the Kitchener stitch? Because I am a left-handed person who knits right-handed, but I sew left-handed, so yeah. Go. And my brain is like, well, maybe if we practice it like this, we will get a little bit better. Because the cast on is fine. So yeah, I have 4. There you go. Just stay there, guys. 4 at this point. And that was all the yarn I have left of these socks. There's just a little stuffing in there. I will also put cut off yarn in there. The hard part is matching the squishiness of them. And then when you make them, you will attach them like that. Let me take my hands off so you can actually see. You make like rounds, and then it will be more impressive once you. Nobody wants to see your butthole. Hi. More impressive once you have more colors, but I don't have more colors yet. I have my mom's yarn, but I still feel like I can make another pair of socks with that. So we'll see. Just put the butt down. Yeah. 1, 2. There you go. Yeah. So yeah, I've started that. I'm using my 2.75 millimeter needles for that, which are now used for my front socks. So even if I get yarn, it will just disappear into this bin until I have my needles free again, and I will make a couple of more. This will be a long project. You need like 400 of them. That's not an exact number, it's a little less, but hey, you need around that number. It will take a while. I also need to get yarn for that, so I need to work on stuff and finish them. It'll happen. It will just take a little time, and that's okay. You know, they call it slow fashion. It's because it is, and sometimes you finish a lot, and sometimes you don't finish anything, and that's okay as well. So it's not like I'm holding him more. He's just hanging out. He's happy. So yeah, I did not buy any yarn this month. I will buy yarn in April. I'm just giving a heads up, because I will be going on vacation. This is what all the prep work is for, right? That's what the Harry Potter challenge is for. My friend and I are going to London for my birthday, which is in March, and her birthday, which is in May. I'm sitting on something again. So we're going on vacation. I've talked about it before. We have this tradition where we go on vacation and we get some yarn. So yeah, I'm gonna get some yarn there. We're gonna go to a yarn store, and if you want more information on what yarn store I want to go to or what I'm hoping for, you can find that in the Harry Potter challenge video. I might extend the Harry Potter challenge overseas because I might take a project Harry Potter related there as well. I have all the books. I have all 3 books, so I can I can work on Harry Potter stuff. I can Frankenstein more Harry Potter stuff together. Yeah, I would love some mittens for there. Okay. My friend wants fingerless mittens. I have enough yarn for that, I hope. Yeah. Oh, I have more plans than I have ideas at the moment. So I'm pretty excited. I do need to add my little label to my sweater because I forgot to bring one for my friend, and she actually, when she came here for New Year's Eve, she brought a sweater so I could put a label on it. So I will make a label on her hat for her. I will put a label on my sweater because she enjoys those, and it's just a simple faux leather thing. There you go. And it says another kind of fur, because it's ironic. It's not like a sheep's skin with a leather still on or something like that. It's just yarn, and some of it is wool. Like this is 100% wool, but most of my projects are acrylic. I work with cotton. I will work with anything and everything, basically. So yeah, I'm gonna have fun with this. So I think we're done for today. I will try to update a little more frequently. So we're doing a once a month. I might do the Harry Potter stuff in between that. I still need to do the intro for that, and I already finished that. So yeah, I need to get better at that. Should be fine. We'll be fine. It'll work out. Yeah, I hope to see you again. So I will be uploading every first Monday of a month. I usually skip January because my house is too dark, but I will try and get some more lights for that one. So I hope everyone is doing well. If you did enjoy, let me know, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye bye everyone.